Can you tell us how to get into one of your studies?
Just call the office.
Which office?
Portable Ranch Quality Care. Yes, just call over there. I can put the number up, or I don't know if we have the ability to do that. Yes, it's 818-363-2273, and just tell them you want to be part of the gas leak study.
Thank you.
I've had my body.
I'm sorry, number again? Oh, 818-363-2273. And I'm not known as the Dr. Gas, okay? I'm known as that in the community.
I've had my body toxicity levels tested also. My benzene level, it was explained to me that it's measured on a scale of 1 to 100. They told me that the national average is 3. People in Los Angeles, because of air pollution and all of that, have an average of 30. My level is 90. So I'd really like to do something to get rid of benzene. So,
I agree with you. I think the agency that comes out needs to have that protocol for treatment for these specific issues.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks again for coming out. My wife and I live in Northridge at the corner of Reseda and Devonshire. We're tucked right in the corner there. And just our lives have been turned upside down from medical problems, mainly lethargic, and my wife has had nosebleeds, headaches and stuff. But as far as being lethargic and tired, I mean, there were times when for months, for a good couple of months, neither one of us could hardly even get out of bed. So, and as a result, it's affected. We work from home also, so we're there all the time, and it has affected us in a way that our lives have been turned upside down. And we're like at the edge of bankruptcy right now because our business has declined just dramatically. Anyway, just wanted to share that. But one thing that concerned me is something important that you shared with us about the possible symptoms coming out, not even showing themselves until 5 years from now. Could you explain that a little bit?
That's the biggest one, is benzene. It can show from 1 year to 5 years, and I did not add it to the slide. The child that has aplastic anemia was diagnosed 10 months after the blowout. So she's kind of right on schedule, at least what the literature is showing. Again, can't say causation, certainly suspicious.
This might be for both doctors. For people who are having symptoms, what tests can they ask their doctors to take?
I would do a baseline screening, just as we did in the study. CBC, a Kim panel, chest x-ray, and pulmonary function test.
Oh no. Huh?
CBC,
CBC,
a Kim panel,
Kim panel,
pulmonary functions, and a chest x-ray.
pulmonary functions, and chest x-ray. What about these tox tests for benzene? Should we be doing that too?
That's a great question. Okay, so here's what I found out about that. Tox testing is great if we had it at the exposed time. Benzene is metabolized very quickly in the body, but you get a process, it's called bioaccumulation. So you store it, depending on the half-life of the toxin. You can store it in fatty tissue and re-release it later. So this can hang around for a long time.
So if
Depending on the
it's
chemical.
stored in the fat tissue, would it show up in a test?
No.
Oh. Okay, anything else we can do?
Right now, again, shake the tree of your politicians. They're the decision makers. The decision makers have to pull the trigger and get the proper agencies in.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Craig Galante, 26-year resident of Porter Ranch. I'm a mile and a quarter away from the blow-up. First thing I want to do is, I don't know if we can say thank you enough.
Don't, no need to, no need to.
It's always coming from, it's, something that you just believe in doing. It's astonishing to me that it took one individual to stand up and just do what seems so pragmatic and so logical, that our Department of Health, and I've met many of these gentlemen, they seem very nice gentlemen, but for whatever reason, they can't get things out of the way and just stand up and do what is pragmatic, logical, and a medical reason to do something. So, Dr. Rangan, I know you're in the audience. Please bring this message back to Angela, who I've met as a nice man, but you guys need to get off your asses.
Yeah!
And that's fair. And we're not going to sit idly by, nor should we. This was a very impressive presentation. Thank you.
Welcome.
Your statistics clearly show that there's some abnormalities here, that there are things that are outside of what, I'm sure we could find standard deviations very easily, and it would be compelling to say when you exactly what you said. It's very simple. I mean, I took one statistics class and it's all there, right? You go do a control group of a neighborhood not too far away, but far enough away, and you look for these similar kind of symptoms. Department of Health, did you do that?
No!
Okay. Problem. So I'm very interested in the lady's questions before us was, how do we understand now? Because you talk about the benzene is a little bit more acute, but it does hang around but not testable. How do we,
No, it's very testable, but the issue is what does it mean? And again, you have to superimpose that upon the other issue, is like, how long has this really been going on? That's what we don't know. So if you've had a low-grade exposure prior to the blowout and then peaked at the blowout, and now you're still getting exposed post the blowout because it's stored down in the soil, how do we scientifically dissect that out and make sense of it? So yes, we can measure, and I think it's a good idea to measure. The problem was when I came up against the measurement shopping out a lab, it was so expensive that people didn't want to do that, and I don't blame them.
insurance?
Insurance will not pay, which is another problem of this whole thing. And I was, probably get shot, but I was involved in a 10-year litigation against an insurance company for the exact issues, okay? Denied on the basis of not medically necessary. It's a little bit of a flavor of what's happening in this community. So then you go back and you put as a diagnosis on somebody's thing, is they're exposed to gas, and they go, not medically necessary, which then puts the bill on the patient, and of course, they're very upset and very frustrated, because they didn't ask for this in the first place. They just bought a home here and live here.
Right. Nobody knew how big that field was or how poorly run it was.
Right.
And I've been here 26 years. Two follow-ups. Can you please shed some light on your Department of Health meeting? And is there anything that you can do as far as collaborating with our own physicians, or are we better off working directly with you? And last question, you mentioned in one of your writings that you might have, or one of the news reports rather, that you might have a clinic that could do the processing of these toxicologies.
Yes.
Thank you.
What's the first question?
Department of Health.
Memory loss. Maybe I've
It's
been
all right.
exposed.
I know. I gave you a huge data. I apologize. Department of Health, if you can recap that conversation and next steps.
Hold the next one. So my meeting with them was actually very cordial, as I stated and put it on Facebook, or someone put it on Facebook for me, because I really have no idea what I'm doing with Facebook. Very nice. Everything was on the table, and they actually shared that with me, which they didn't have to, is they actually believe that there's things in the gas that are causing harmful effects to people. And I think, and I hope, that they want to get on the right side of history here. That's what I really hope. And if so, that's a big plus, okay? I know the community. I was angered myself, but the issue is, I want to look at the big goal, and the big goal is you and the people. So if we can get by that, then we can move forward. We get momentum, okay? We get momentum, people coming in. I was contacted by a federal lab, okay, out of San Francisco that offered their services. And the first thing I told them out of my mouth was, I don't know if I trust you. You're a Fed. You're part of the system. We're having a heck of a time. These people are down here, they don't know what to do. And he agreed. So we had a nice conversation. I've not talked to him since. I'm hoping that this, and I don't know who's the politicians here or not, that they'll sit here and say, it's time to do something about this, okay? And get the proper people in to address it. So I'm sorry.
Good? Good. I want to say something at this point and just address it head on. This is not the doctor versus the health department. I want to clarify a couple of things. The health department is not a medical facility. It doesn't do tests. That's the fact of it. A medical facility does the tests. What I want to clarify is that the health department is absolutely with us on the need for a comprehensive, unabbreviated health study. Let me finish. They're absolutely on board. The vehicle that was created for that health study was the AQMD legal process, and that fell apart. And you need to know that the health department was absolutely unhappy about that. I've been talking to them for quite a while. They're doing their best to try to revive a health study of some sort, and we're going to continue working on that. But let's look forward. Let's not look back. I want this to be a positive relationship because they are our health department and they are on board. And I need everybody to know that they are on board with an absolute right amount for the health study. That's all I want to say.
I applaud your points, and with all due respect, and I do respect you, the health department in LA County has been playing softball with a conglomerate that has lawyered up and has done nothing that wasn't court ordered. They haven't done anything that wasn't court ordered.
I hear you.
Department of Health, do your study. Do as robust study as you need so that we can all be satisfied.
So
and then tax with the city tax, Sempra and the Southern California Gas to recoup every penny.
let's let them.
That's proactive. That's moving forward.
Let's respect their ability to do things the way they can and need to do them. What we can push for is keep the health study on the agenda and keep it moving forward. I don't want to tell them how to do their job. I'd rather they do it the way they want to do it.
I would like nothing better for them to step up and do that.
All right.
They need a cattle prod.
I respect you, but we can't
I
be
know.
nice anymore. I really do respect you, but we cannot be nice.
Understand, yeah. Dr. Rangan from the Health Department. Now, let me just start with a few things first.